All righty, we are here in the matter of Garcia versus Peltier, case number 16-09857DS. So I've read your motion, ma'am. Is there anything you'd like to add to it?
No, I was just requesting for full physical legal custody just due to the things that I put in the motion.
Right,
Um, and I'm not too worried. Like there is a open child support case.
right.
And Mr. Peltier has collected my son's per cap over the last 7 years. I did talk to somebody.
How has he done that?
They said he goes and picks up the checks. I did reach out to the tribal the tribal center.
Well,
Up
I assume the tribal center, the per cap, which tribe?
um Odawa, little I can't I'm sorry. Um Little Traverse Bay Band.
Okay.
It's in
And you have
it's in
alerted
Pocahontas.
them because if I remember correctly, who is the person with Indian heritage, he or you?
My son. And
Which
so my
parent? Which parent
Oh,
has?
his father. Yep. And
Okay,
so, yeah. And so I reached out to them because never got any more checks sent in the mail. And they
okay.
said that
Do you
um,
know? Do you know if that was used as part of his income?
they don't use that as part of his income. They
Okay.
can only garnish
Okay.
the ones that are on the record. And I
Yeah.
already talked to somebody at
All right.
FOC
So
and he did that.
you have contacted the tribe and FOC concerning that matter.
Yes, but
Okay.
the lady at the tribal office had advised me that there had been additional funds released that are not set as automatic payments that have
Okay.
been collected, but she couldn't give me any other information because I'm not a tribal member.
Right. I was going to say the tribe controls
Yeah,
that.
yep, yeah,
Yeah.
yep. So
Yeah.
she said I would have to have,
Because I can't order the tribe to do anything either.
yeah, no, and that's why I filed this motion is because she said I would
Right.
have to have this paperwork to go
Right.
in there to make sure that he doesn't collect any more funds. And then at that time, I
Well,
can unenroll
okay.
my son.
All right. Well, I have some questions. Ms. Peltier, what is your input? I didn't get a response from you, sir.
Oh, excuse me, I was just listening. Um, no, I don't really know much to say.
Okay.
Just,
Well,
I was just wondering
yeah.
about the emotion about just a whole lot of mess going on in that. Like just all of a sudden she just ups and puts this motion in, and I have not contacted her, have
Well,
not done
no.
anything
Well,
because
well,
every
it sounds
time I do, she does say I'm harassing her, so I quit talking to her. So
okay.
I don't.
Well,
So I
yeah,
just
this case is about 9 years old, so I don't think she just up and did it. I think she did it because she needs an order that says certain things to
That's
acquire
correct.
certain benefits. That's the only reason we're here.
Yes, I don't receive.
And what she doesn't understand, and what I'm about to explain to both of you is, ma'am, you do have sole legal custody and sole physical custody already. You just need an order that more specifically says that.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
correct. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, because you have sole legal by statute, you have
Yes.
sole physical by court order.
Yes.
So you have what you're asking for already.
Yes.
That's
And
why
so,
that's why I
yeah,
was wondering
well,
what his input is, and parenting time is set by agreement.
yes. And there hasn't been anything set standard over the years
No,
because,
like I said, this is a
yeah,
9-year-old case, and there's nothing that's happened since it was first filed. So this was filed by the prosecutor's office for the state through the state of Michigan because state aid was involved.
yes.
So
Yep.
they
At
brought
that
the
time.
case, neither one of you did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And the only reason why I'm filing for this is because I need something physical because in the original order, it just says that I have physical,
custody,
but yeah, I
right.
just have custody, but I need
Again,
something stating,
the
yeah,
prosecutors are only allowed to deal with child support. That's what they're here for.
yes,
They have to label who gets custody because the federal law requires the custodial parent gets the benefits.
yes,
Therefore, that's why that's in there.
yeah,
They do not deal with legal custody.
yeah,
But a child born out of wedlock in the state of Michigan, the legal parent is the mother and or the mother and the father if an affidavit is signed of parentage, or if the court orders it or the parties get married. And the affidavit actually, sir, Mr. Peltier, when you signed the affidavit, you gave her presumptive sole legal and sole physical custody when you signed it.
okay.
So generally what I'm doing at this point is just explaining things, but I'll grant her a more specific order so that she can work for the benefits that she's looking for. The other question I had
Okay,
was, yeah, are
no,
we,
go ahead, sir.
yeah, the review, child support has not been reviewed in a long time. Did you guys want it reviewed or just
Yeah,
let sleeping dogs lie
well, no, I would like it to be reviewed. I haven't.
because of the underlying Indian income?
Yeah, and not only that, the income really, I
Because I
mean,
don't see that that's mentioned anywhere in these things.
yeah, because they only issue a per cap check around Christmas time. However,
Okay.
in the recent few years, well, the last year, they have been dispersing other amounts that are not set as a regular per cap. And he's
Again,
been,
and
yeah,
that is their
yeah, that's their
purview.
right. No, and I
Yeah.
understand that, but that's the real reason why I'm asking to have more documentation,
Right.
clarified.
And that's what I'm granting. I'm granting you a clarifying order to say that you definitively have sole legal and sole physical custody. You have had for 10 years now. Um, and then I'll send it to the front of the court for a child support review. Because of the way your request was worded, I didn't know whether you wanted the child support reviewed or you just needed the order to deal with the other issues.
I mean, the child support is so far behind. If they want to review it, they can. I'm not
Well,
pressed for it.
I
I mean,
at this point, yeah, I'll just go ahead and have it reviewed with the underlying Indian income. Mr. Peltier, do you have any questions, sir? You've been pretty quiet.
Oh yes, I was just listening in.
Okay.
I'm actually I've been talking with a lawyer from my tribe. I'm gonna get the
Okay.
case moved up to my tribe, so so she'll be handing some paperwork in. So
Okay. I don't know if this court will relinquish jurisdiction at this point because the case is 10 years old.
oh
yeah, I
no,
was
they
already,
will.
I already
Yeah,
talked.
yeah,
It's
Yeah,
yeah.
I talked to a tribal lawyer that would represent my son, and she's the one that advised me to do this because there hasn't been anything set in play,
Okay. All
and
righty.
that this is the best way to go
All right. Well, your
versus
motion's
taking it to
granted and
tribal.
good luck with all the other subsequent actions that are now going to occur.
All
All
right,
right.
thank you so much.
Take care. Have a good morning.
You as
thank you for
well.
your time. You have a wonderful day. Yep,
You
bye.
too. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
Okay. So the child is now living with the father.
that is correct.
correct.
All right. And we're going to stop the child support, and that's the request of the parties.
Yes, it is.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. No problem. Yeah, you can generally do that at the front of the court, but they ask you to come to court to make sure that we get a good order to say so.
Yep.
It happens a lot. You know, kids choose to sometimes switch places and they'll switch back and they'll switch back and forth. Teenagers, welcome. What, 13 now?
He's
14?
going to be 13 in August.
Yeah, yeah. It's the beginning. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
But my comment is always raising a teenager is trying to like nail Jello to a wall. Good luck. But we will get you a support order that says it at 0. All righty.
Oh, thank you. I guess we're also wondering where the payments have been going.
I have no idea.
Oh,
I have no idea. That was going to be I wasn't going to bring it up, but because this is such an old case, is state aid still involved?
we're not sure.
Because what's going to happen is they will automatically send this back for a review to set child support at a level. Because if state aid's involved, I suggest you get with DHHS and make sure that it gets canceled. If it's not canceled, because I can stay out of your life and set this at 0 as long as state aid's not involved. Okay. I'm assuming that
Okay.
when the kid changed roofs, the state aid generally goes to one house, not the other. So when he changed houses, normally that's what happens is the state aid stops. But confirm that and then it'll set at 0 and stay at 0. Because again, I'll stay out of your life as long as the state's not involved. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know where the money's going. Well, how long has it been since you've seen any child support?
Olavo has been paying child support, and still is. I haven't
Correct.
received anything since November.
Okay. Olavo, did you notify the front of the court the child was living with you?
Not yet.
Okay, then that's weird because normally sometimes what happens is when the child moves, the parent notifies the front of the court. The front of the court withholds the money to be released back to the other person. But if you didn't tell them, I don't understand where the money's going.
Okay. So
You might want to check with them.
Okay.
None of that is in the court file. That's because the court file is public document.
Okay.
So you don't want a lot of your information about your child support, your employer, and
Right.
social security numbers being in public documents. So
Right.
a lot of that, including the arrears, the court doesn't know until the front of the court notifies us that there is an arrearage or that there's an overpayment or an underpayment. So you might want to check with your front of the court worker. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Take care, and I'll get this set at 0 as of probably April 1st. All right.
Okay. I have one more question. So,
Sure.
I need some paperwork to send to my HR. That way they can like stop doing the payments.
That's what the front of the court will automatically issue that.
Oh, they're gonna issue that.
Yeah, there's an income withholding order that again does not go in the court file,
Okay.
but that's why they tell you, if they'll hold it for you when you notify them of the address change. But
Okay.
they have you come to court to officially change and stop the support. That way they can issue a proper income withholding order that deletes the old one.
Okay.
And that'll be the process. Okay.
Already.
All right. Good luck. Take care, both of you.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye bye.